All right, good morning. So it is our second day here in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and it is just before noon. We had a nice leisurely morning, just kind of at the Airbnb, and now we are going to a place called La Cocina. It is one of the most recommended like empanadas places. So we had empanadas yesterday, but we want more. Good morning, Melissa.
We're at La Cocina. It's a popular empanadas place. We got here at 12:06 and thought it was closed because it was.
But the door was open.
Yeah, the door was unlocked. But it turns out they're just not super timely here. So as we were waiting around trying to figure out what to do, the guy came and unlocked the door, or opened the door. So now we're gonna get some empanadas.
Okay, so the empanadas here are 70 pesos each, and so they're a little bit more expensive than the 50 peso empanadas we had yesterday. But this is like one of the most popular places to have empanadas, so that makes sense. So it's still like $1 each, a little over $1. All right, got all the empanadas.
It's the best.
Which one?
This is Pikachu, and it's awesome. I'm not sure what it is.
What do you like about it?
I think it's onion and something cheese.
It's a little sweet.
All right, really glad we came early. But Marisol, you didn't like this one as much, huh?
I didn't like the Pikachu. Yeah, I like the empanadas from the first.
From what we had yesterday,
yeah. And the dough was delicious from there.
Yeah. This dough was a little bit more like hard, yeah. And Melissa, you like the Pikachu.
I love the Pikachu,
But overall, I did not like the breading.
Yeah, the other place is better. But if you do want to try it, I would say try it. Just get here early, like literally at noon when they open, because before, like 10 minutes after, it like completely packed up, as you can see in this video here. So we just randomly ran into this ice cream shop, just like walking to our city walking tour, and they sell ice cream by the kilo. So it's actually like $8 per kilo, so like $8 for 2 pounds of ice cream or so, 2.2 pounds of ice cream. We're gonna try it. Today's New Year's Eve, so everybody's getting like entire kilos of ice cream to take home for their parties. So that's what it's taking everything over. And we just want our little cup. So I got the dulce de leche and the chocolate fundador, which is like the name of the shop, their signature flavor. So it looks good. It's pretty big. These are the two best ones, and it was only 115 pesos, which is like less than $2.
I got mascarpone and dulce de leche with nuts. Good.
All right, so my review of that ice cream place, pretty good, relatively cheap, but these guys didn't like their ice cream. Not the best, but yeah,
It's okay.
It's okay.
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. We came to this Teatro Cologne, and we were supposed to meet a walking tour here, but apparently Google Maps failed us, and this is not the right location. It's actually about a mile away that way. So yeah, we're now actually gonna go to the Recoleta Cemetery instead. So see you guys there. We're now taking an Uber over here to the Recoleta Cemetery, but right next to the cemetery is this like Recoleta Mall. So yeah, pretty cool. And we're still trying to figure out where the entrance is.
So we're here at Recoleta Cemetery. It's where a lot of the Argentine presidents are buried. It's where Eva Perón is buried. It's a huge tourist attraction. As you can see, there are a ton of people walking into the cemetery with us. So we're just gonna wander and yeah. The cemetery is laid out like a little city with streets and like plazas.
Yeah, this is
So
like
it's
the
very-
main avenue, and they have like basically streets that go off of the main avenue.
So there was a husband and wife who are buried here. The husband cut his wife off from spending his money, so she didn't speak to him for the rest of her life. He died first, so she made his grave site face one way, and then when she died, she had herself facing the other way.
Get out of my sight. All right, now we come to a more quieter area, and we're all wondering if there are any more spots left in the cemetery. Probably not. I think the only spots that are left are those spots back there. But it's really cool. It's definitely not something you would expect in a cemetery, because it definitely just looks like you're walking around in like a little city.
Right, so this is the husband and wife that I was telling you about. He died first, and so he's facing this way, and the wife was mad at him because he cut her off from spending, and so she is buried facing the other way, so that even in death, they are still not speaking to each other.
The lesson learned here is don't cut your wife off from spending. Is that the lesson learned here? So you don't
yeah.
get a monument erected after death like that?
Yeah, so he died first, so he's facing this way, and when she died, she was like, nope, I'm gonna face the other way, I don't want to look at you.
Basically a big middle finger in an afterlife. One of the most popular tourist attractions here in Buenos Aires, for obvious reason. It's very unique. It's certainly very unique. Highly recommended. Now, when did you think the cemetery was established?
1760 in June.
And it was because why? You saw it on the street?
It's on the street called Junin.
1716 is the street number.
It's the street number.
I think the cemetery is actually established sometime in the 1800s, but that was pretty funny.
All right, so today's been kind of a bust. It's New Year's Eve. Not a lot of things are open. So we've been like...
We've had a tour of the city in an Uber, basically, which has
Yeah.
been nice.
And walking.
And walking.
We walked a lot of places and they were closed, so then we got an Uber to go to more places.
First of
and they were
all, the
closed.
ladies wanted to go to a nail salon to get their nails done for New Year's Eve. That place was closed, or they couldn't find it, and then we got into the Uber, went to another nail salon, it was closed, and then now we're here next to the Japanese garden, and that's closed as well. So we're just gonna figure it out from here. So if you're ever in Buenos Aires on New Year's Eve, just be prepared for things to be closed. So yeah, I think we're just gonna walk back to the Airbnb, take a little bit of a break, and then figure things out from there. All right, so we went back to the Airbnb for a little bit, and now we made it to over here in Palermo. So what we figured out is kind of in Buenos Aires, basically New Year's Eve is spent with family and friends. So most people have like a meal late with their families and really don't really go out and eat. All the restaurants are obviously shut and everything. So yeah, we're having a difficult time finding a place to eat. We have a place that we're going to later, a tango place. So apparently tango place is open on New Year's Eve, so that's what we're gonna do. But for dinner, we're having some difficulty. So we'll see. As we've said before, travel is an adventure. Things don't always go your way, so just kind of have to figure it out. And that's kind of what we're doing right now, is just figuring it out. See what is actually open and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna try to ask the local, kind of what is open, because doesn't look like much is open right now. So this is the restaurant that we were supposed to go to, and very obvious that it is closed. Yep, very closed. Made a last minute decision while in the Uber to come to Puerto Madero, which is like a revitalized like waterfront area, which actually this is where we kind of wanted to go in the first place this morning. So we'll kind of see. We might end up just staying here and kind of, there's supposed to be fireworks here, so that might be nice.
Here.
I think we're staying. Are we staying here?
We are.
We are staying
We'll figure
here.
out how to get home later.
We might just
Sleep here. If we need to.
We will rent those bicycles.
these two will figure it out. These two will figure it out to get home. So there's like, yeah, there's apparently like New Year's Eve parties and people get all really dressed up and stuff like that. So we were waiting in line for this restaurant back here, and Marisol kind of found this guy who was just chatting up, you know, right in front of her in line, and he had a reservation, and he was just by himself, and he kind of offered for the rest of our group to join him for dinner tonight. But we kind of figured out as we were about to pay that this place was like 6,000 pesos, which is like a little over $100, and just was like a buffet, all you can eat, all you can drink. But I don't think that was the best option for us at this point. So we're just gonna kind of walk around, see what else is available, and yeah, go with that. So Melissa, what do we decide to do?
Mustard.
What? Mustard? So we're getting a burger. It's the best option we have right now. Oh yeah. Happy New Year's Eve!
All right, so we're at Salon Canning. It's a tango club. So a lot of people come here to tango. You can participate or you can just watch. Apparently it's really early. It's like 9 something, and so it's not super busy. I'm just very distracted right now. It's not very busy. So yeah, we're gonna watch some tango, and it was like $4 a person, so not bad. We didn't have reservations. They let us sit anyway, but if someone shows up at this table, we're kicked out.
Alright, so we made it back to Puerto Madero, and this is where the party's at. Look at all these people. It's 11:47 right now, so fireworks will be popping up any moment now. Man, this is crazy back here. Did you get your hair singed by the fireworks?
I felt it come down.
I felt it on my cheek.
That's why I'm like,
I don't think they planned the dropout zone.
This is like, this is literally the craziest shit I've ever been in, because they're literally shooting fireworks above our heads. There's like no safety regulations or anything at all.
were you behind us or in front of us?
In front of us.
Hey, you guys good?
I was
You guys
more afraid
good?
of people going to stampede. Like,
Okay, so that was the craziest thing that just happened.
I don't think it was really behind us though. I
It's like to the side.
I think it fell down.
So-
It fell down and started.
So literally we were just on the side minding our business watching. Like we were about to leave, right? And then I guess there was like a steel cage where they were shooting fireworks from, and literally like it just started exploding like at our feet.
The thing fell over.
Fuck no.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, like the firing tube fell over. I think.
Nobody saw the real thing, but that's what I imagine would have happened. Because it was
So-
fine in the beginning, and then
It kind of fell
came
over
later.
So it was like 10 feet from you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't that far. So like people started rushing and running away, and so we were doing the same thing. And luckily we were
No, we were already walking.
we were already walking away, and thankfully we're good. But we after that incident we decided that we needed to kind of walk away from the main area, so that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, very interesting experience, but kind of dangerous because there's like literally no regulations, right? So people are just shooting whatever they want, wherever they want, and so yeah, they have no regard for basically any regulation. So they're just kind
I
of
like American fireworks only.
literally shooting it
Too much going on.
right next to you. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I just feel like
I don't
people
like
don't take safety into account.
And yeah, that and like
Well,
you
and-
can control like where it's
And
coming
people been drinking this whole time.
Yeah.
So drunk
I don't
people,
mind the noise.
drunk people mixed with fireworks, not a good idea.
we like American regulations.
yeah.
They keep us safe for a reason.
They're there for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go down this way a little bit and
Get out of here.
go to a bar.
I felt traumatized. I was scared. I was
That was
scared.
legit scary.
We went back. I thought somebody got hurt. I was like, is she going back to help someone?
Yeah.
I honestly was like, I'm leaving my shoe.
I literally
Yeah, Melissa
like,
almost lost her shoe.
visualized the words. Like someone's there, like fucking bleeding out, and you're trying to help. I was like, why is she going back? Why is she going back?
Crazy.
I think I legit got traumatized.
There was a fireworks show at midnight, and just as we were like, okay, we're done with that, let's go to a bar, we're walking away, fireworks just started, well, what we assume were fireworks just started exploding.
On the
it
ground.
went haywire on the ground. It
Near
was
us.
super, like 5 to 10 feet from us. It sounded intentional, and so a stampede started. I lost my shoe. Eventually it stopped, but I went back for my shoe. But anyway, we're not really sure what happened, other than it was not an organized firework. Something went wrong, and it scared a lot of people, including us. So we're just glad nobody got hurt.